There is a huge difference between the left and the right, liberals and conservatives, Democrats and Republicans. And that is the core inner being, not just the belief system, not just their political views, but the very core of their behavior. Let me put it this way. When George Floyd died, there were riots, lootings, and deletions of people. When Irina Zarutska was deleted, there were no riots, no lootings, and no deletions. The Summer of Love, lootings, riots, and deletions. Charlie Kirk gets deleted, and there are no lootings, no riots, and no deletions. There's a core fundamental difference between the two, and I honestly do not know if this rift can be bridged. You have one side that judges nothing but the color of the skin, and everything must be their way, and anything but their way they see as wrong, and it must be met with the utmost vitriol. And then you have the other side, where no matter what happens, they are stout, resolute, law-abiding, in general, anyways. And that's kind of the point, the generality of it. Democrats can try to separate themselves from the left, like they are currently trying to do, but they can't. Plenty, and I mean plenty, of high-profile Democrats have called for, and I quote, the punching of Republicans, in the face by Democrats, any place, anywhere. You see them in the gas stations, you see them in the restaurants. That's what the Democrat leaders instructed their base to do, was attack Republicans. Also talking about taking Republicans behind the shed and laying hands on them. They've been dehumanizing us by calling us every horrible thing that they could, because at the core, that's what the Democrats and leftists are. Hate-filled, totalitarian fascists. And when you have the other side, in general, the stiff upper lip, the stoicism in the face of just about literally anything, so what a pickle we are in. And I guess in the end, it all depends on which side blinks first. Do the Democrats lay down their ways and start becoming law-abiding citizens with the ability to hear a dissenting opinion and not go all crazy or completely melt down? Or do the Republicans sink down to the level of Democrats, and then it resembles an elementary school playground? Everyone running around without a thought in their head and just playing at being adults. What do we do? Where do we go from here? Because I seriously do not know. Is this rift too big to be healed? Can we come back from it? Do we just throw away our values as Republicans and conservatives and say, fine, for peace, we sink down to their level? That would not be good, I don't believe, anyways. The better one is for us to show Democrats that conservatives and Republicans are the better way. We are calmer, and we tend to, in general, hear dissenting opinions. And anybody on the left would agree with me. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've heard people on the left say, debating people on the left is exacerbating, but at least people on the right, I may not agree with them, but they listen. And that's kind of what conservatives are all about. We do listen to other people. We understand that there are differing opinions and that our opinion may not be correct. And we definitely, in general, do not riot. That is pretty much almost solely a leftist thing. So what do we do? What is the answer? Well, I don't think we as conservatives change our ways, because if I'm following this way, it's because I believe it is the correct way, and if it's the correct way, in my opinion, I'm willing to put it out there and say it's the correct way until somebody shows me a better way, but I don't think we should change our ways. It's a pickle. What do we do? And where do we go from here?